Magandang araw sa ating lahat. This is Engineer Jom Digia and welcome back to my channel. So sa video tutorial na ito, ituturuan ko kayo kung paano mag-solve ng isang random past board exam problem sa subject na Mechanics of Deformable Bodies or tinatawag din nating Strength of Materials. So yung subject na to guys is kasunod ng statics. So hindi ka makakapag-take ng subject na to hanggat hindi mo tapos yung statics. So let's start. A prismatic bar at 10 degrees Celsius is constrained in a rigid concrete wall at both ends. The bar is 1,000 millimeters long and has a cross-sectional area of 2,600 square millimeters. What is most nearly the axial force in the bar if the temperature is raised to 40 degrees Celsius? Letter A, 116 kilonewtons. Letter B, 125 kilonewtons. Letter C, 134 kilonewtons. And letter D, 147 kilonewtons. So, for our given here, andyan guys yung ating prismatic bar. So, naka-constrain siya guys sa ating concrete wall magkabilaan. So, yung length niyan is 1,000 mm. Cross-sectional area 2,600 square millimeters. So, may binigay guys na E. Yung E guys is the modulus of elasticity. 200 gigapascals. So, pag kinonvert mo yan guys, papuntang kilopascal, ang katumbas niyan is 200 times 10 raised to 6 kilopascals. So, yung alpha natin na symbol sa baba, yan naman guys, yung tinatawag nating coefficient of thermal expansion, which is binigay 9.4 times 10 raised to negative 6 per degree Celsius. So, for our solution, magkakaroon tayo guys ng dalawang equation na gagamitin natin. Uunahin natin guys is yung ating elongation due to temperature change. Nabanggit yung word na raised. So, since tumaas yung temperatura, ang tendency, magiging epekto nito sa object mo is mag-elongate siya or hahaba siya. Okay? So, for our solution, in terms of elongation due to temperature change, meron tayong formula guys, no? So, yung yung symbol na delta. So, equal yan sa ating alpha. So, yung alpha again guys is coefficient of thermal expansion. So, alpha L delta T. So, yung delta T na yan guys is yung ating temperature at point 2 minus temperature at point 1. Okay? So, pwedeng change in absolute temperature or change in arbitrary temperature. So, yung ating alpha binigay, so 9.4 times 10 raised to negative 6 per degree Celsius. So, meron tayong length. So, yan ay 1,000 millimeters. Meron tayong change in temperature. So, yung 40, no? 40 degrees Celsius. Tapos, meron kasi tayong initial na 10 degrees Celsius. So, 40 minus 10. So, magiging 30 degrees Celsius na lang yan. Again, 40 degrees Celsius minus 10 degrees Celsius. So, ito yung para sa ating T sub 2 minus T sub 1. Okay? So, makakuha natin dyan, guys, is 0.282 mm. So, this will be our elongation. So, yung elongation natin na nakuha is gamitin naman natin siya in terms of sa ating load. Nakita nyo guys, meron tayo dyang given na length again. Tapos, meron tayong modulus of elasticity. So, meron tayong formula na deformation due to load. Kung maalala ninyo, so delta is equals to FL over AE. Yung unknown natin sa problem guys is the axial force. Okay? So, from here, derive natin yung formula ng F. So, F is delta multiplied by cross-sectional area times the modulus of elasticity divided by the given length. Okay? So, for our axial force, so, meron tayong nakuha kanina na delta. So, ginamit muna natin guys yung coefficient of thermal expansion kasi nga may kinalaman sa temperatura. So, yung epekto ng temperatura mo is magmamatter siya doon sa deformation na mangyari doon sa ating system. Okay? So, yung ating delta, 0.282 mm. So, multiplied by cross-sectional area, balikan natin yung given. Ang sabi diyan, meron daw 2,600 square millimeters. So, 2,600 square millimeters. So, yung E natin, guys, is 200 gigapascal or 200 times 10 raised to 6. Kilopascal is kilonewton per square meter. Okay? And then, syempre, meron tayong binigay na length, no? Yung length natin dyan, guys, kung makikita nyo, is yung 1,000 millimeters long. So, si 1,000 millimeters long. And then, makita nyo, hindi complement yung millimeters natin do sa meter squared na nasa gilid. So, i-convert natin, guys, no, yung square millimeter na yan. So, there are 1 square meter sa ating 1,000 squared mm squared. Okay? So, yan yung ating magiging conversion dyan. So, mga units na mag-cancel out, square millimeters. So, square meter tanggal. Tapos, yung mm natin tanggal. Matitirang unit is kilonewtons. Okay? So, for our F, let's compute. So, 0.282 mm times 2,600 times 200 times 10 raised to 6. And then, divide mo sa 1,000 squared. Okay? And then, i-divide mo sa yung total, which is 1,000 mm, no? The answer will be 146.64 kilonewtons. Okay? Or, it is equal to 147 kilonewtons. This will be your final answer. Okay? Kinuha yung deformation due to temperature change and then ginamit yung deformation na yon para makuha yung axial load mo. In terms naman ng deformation due to load. Okay? So, the answer is in letter D. So, nawa may natutunan kayo sa ating sinolve na problem for today in terms of mechanics of deformable bodies. Specifically, deformation.